much a plague in our community, just like violence amongst each other, um, sexual exploitation amongst each other. There is a thing called spiritual fake guidance, false prophets, people who pretend to act as if they are anointed by the Most High, but are actually evil, demented, self centered, egotistical, jealous, and are leading our people into another path of destruction. This has been going on for a long time. So I wanted to speak on this topic. The song you hear in the background is my rock and roll. That's from one of my albums that I released back in the days. Um, it's called Cali Green, Cali Weed. I had it under different names, but Cali Weed. I did not too long ago advocate for medical marijuana, which I still do. I just don't partake in smoking it anymore, using it because the chemicals themselves are not natural anymore, and a lot of different groups have took their foothold into the cannabis community and have flooded it with illegal narcotics and other hallucinogenic drugs to make the actual marijuana into something else. So that's why I did this album. All right. So we're done with that topic. So let's get into the topic first. The first one I wanted to speak on is fake spiritual leaders. These are individuals who are right now amongst us. They are putting together these so called groups that are advocating for spiritual growth, spiritual awareness, prayers, things of this nature. But when you look at the actual foundation of these groups and you look at what they have done for others, you'll see they have done nothing. Most of these same people don't even get along with their own family members. Okay. But yet and still, they'll tell you that they are anointed to be in the blood of the Savior, Yahweh Shah, Yahshua, however you uh, explain his name in your own preference, because I know the Most High has multiple names because it was multiple language spoken upon this planet, and each tribe, group, race, religion, or whatever the purpose of your congregation had a different calling for his name. So some call him Jesus, and some call him other names. But as you can see, these people say that they speak in the blood, that they go by his word, they go by his will, forgiveness. All these things are taught in the church. If you believe to me in the Most High, the first thing you got to understand is forgiveness. Let the Most High, let the King of heaven and earth have his way. You cannot dictate other people's paths. You cannot dictate their lives. You cannot interfere. You cannot try to have foothold over their lives. You cannot trespass and transgress. You cannot bear false witness. You can't do any of these things that are against the Most High. But like I said, we have these false, fake leaders. Some of them are in your own family, which I would like to explain. I have some that are related to me. They mimic, they use the Most High's name in vain. They are trying to mimic his teachings and his ways, but when it comes to their true, actual essence of who they are and what they believe in and how they operate in the flesh, they don't follow none of these rules at all. It's a manipulative game in order to gain power over other people. And when they gain power over other people, that's what they're doing. They're just gaining power over other people, trying to act as if they're with the Most High. They want you to believe that they follow the Most High, that they give all the praise to Him, that they're with Him, but in true essence, they have no spiritual belief in Him. The first thing I learned when I was coming into religion as a young man, I would go to a church that was in Lakeview. That's in San Francisco, California. That's in a much upscale black middle class community. I would travel all the way from Richmond to go all the way to this church because I lived in a foster home. Um, None of these so-called people that were worshipers that believed in the Most High in my um, family wouldn't even take me to church. They found it more, I guess, structural for me to find him by myself as a young kid at age, uh, you know, 14, 15, 16. I would go to church by myself. I couldn't even get a ride. I had one relative that would literally act like they didn't see me. I'm not going to get into that, but that also is going to be something I'm going to be using because that person was the same person that I'm trying to state to you is a false prophet, a false teacher. Um, what I'm stating to you is that most of these individuals that I know that are in these organizations are just trying to get themselves into government organizations. When they get into these government organizations, they're trying to get money and income under the false pretense that they are preaching and doing the work of righteousness or leading the covenant of the Christianity or Catholic Church type of, you know, structure or foundation, or they're following these type of rules and prompts, and they're doing this to make a better society. But the majority of them, as we can see through these past years, we have seen nothing but a lot of manipulative individuals who have stole money from the state, who have taken PPP loans, who have um, done a lot of stuff. I have people I'm related to that have also took the PPP loan. I'm just waiting to see if the government's going to come along and snatch them up, or if they're going to make some type of deal with the government and try to tell on other people because they themselves have done the same thing: manipulative, stole, lied, manipulated, but still want to put themselves in some thou holier realm and act as if they are with the Most High. But like I said, a lot of people have seen this thus far. We have seen these fake spiritual leaders in our community. They want to petition for churches, prayer groups, gatherings. They want to get funding. They want people to meet up. It's all about money. It has something to do with changing the community because most of their kids are rude, disrespectful. They have no type of patience, no tolerance for other people. They don't even have good hearts themselves. They're not into really helping people. They're into getting positions to make themselves look good. But when it comes to the actual true work of a Christian or a Catholic that they will put themselves under, they don't even have these type of abilities to even express this in their own life. They barely even have, like I said, connections with their own family members. So let alone how are they going to lead other people into a better lifestyle when they can't even get along with those around them that they're kin to, which is a joke. That's what I'm saying to you. So sorry about that. I had to clear my throat and freshen with a beverage. But yeah, yes, fake spiritual leaders pushing the agenda. Like I said, I'm kin to some. I do not get along with them. I find it very repulsive. I find it very ignorant. I find it like a threat to the Most High. I find it as insignificant, and I find it to be very rude to try to use the Most High's name, his uh, his likeliness, his you know, his word as a way to manipulate and to gain power over others. It's a joke. And when you're doing it, you're only doing it to try to get attention. You're not doing it because you're not doing the work. See what I mean? You're not going out on a daily basis trying to get young black children in impoverished communities jobs. You don't want that. You just want to have control over the money and the income that these young black children would have to need for school supplies and programs so that way you can sit down at a seat and dictate things and steal money and calculate it and act like you're some type of gift to everybody else. We don't need a lot of fake spiritual leaders. We don't need a lot of leaders no more. We need the Most High's guidance and prayers. We do not need people leading anything. As we can see thus far in our community, with these fake spiritual leaders, they have led us to nothing but chaos. With all these churches we have in our community, have you seen the violence rate go down anywhere in any state? No, because the spiritual leaders themselves don't have the spirit of the Most High of discern. They're not with the Most High. That's why their word that they're preaching is a joke. That's why the communities that you look at are impoverished, broke, with problems, chaos, shootings, murders, rapes, child human trafficking, prostitution, things of this nature. And then we'll find out even the preachers themselves are these fake, false prophets or speakers or seers are always involved with the same things that they're talking about that they're against. So it's a joke. With that said, that's what I wanted to basically speak on the fake false prophets, the fake false spiritual leaders, the ones who are telling us that we need to go and do these things, but they're just using this as a prompt to get them into a higher position. And as you can see, the false prophets are always trying to gather people in a group so that way they can show others that they can manipulate under this banner of falselyhood of talking about the Most High. And then when they can show us to other people who don't have any type of real, true, how can I say this, care about what happens in our communities, they can just manipulate and use them as a way, as a pawn, to show that they are giving something back by giving money to these people who are manipulative, liars, deceivers, hateful, and demonic. So, with that said, this is what we're going to be fighting up against. It's not a personal thing, but like I said, for the last 10 years, we have seen all these churches collapse with homosexuality, the preachers themselves talking about transgenders, LGBTQ community. They want to basically persecute everybody. They want to think that they're God. They want to think that they're the judge, jury, and executioner over others. They want to trespass and transgress into other people's lives. They want to talk rudely. As you can see, any real true pastor, any real true person that believes in the Most High would not seek the internet. Let me explain that one more time. Any real true pastor, any true seeker of the Most High would not seek the internet to down talk, display hatred, anger, demonic possession of jealousy over another pastor. It wouldn't be used to yell and scream about other people and to cause people to have hatred against another person. Now, if you're talking to tell other people about that pastor is fake and you have proof of him doing demonic stuff, then that is something that's an eye opener. But if it's just used to simply display nothing but hatred about another person, that shows you it's nothing more but a game that you don't want to be involved with. Okay. And what I'm trying to state to you is that I myself have seen this over and over again, have dealt with it, have decided to take a stand against it. I've actually stopped going to church. I do spiritual balance by myself. I supposed to had done the Sabbath today, but for some reason, something had got me off of it due to a lot of stuff, and this has been happening for a while. I did have a job, but I let people talk me out of that because of their jealousy. Like I stated, I had a relative who has a child, which they think their child is more golden than everybody else. Was very jealous of me having a job and kept trying to preach the Sabbath and things of this nature. And the person themselves, they don't even follow none of these rules, these guidelines. But what they were trying to do is to get me to believe in their so called manipulation. So that way I would lose my income. And in that way, their child will gain that position. So that way they can then use and manipulate and get more money. So, like I said to you, these are a lot of false prophets that we're dealing with right now. They're telling you one thing, but they're not really truly involved with what they're talking about. And they just want you to throw your blessings away from the Most High, so that way they can manipulate you into believing their games that they believe in the Most High and that they're anointed by Him, but they have none of this in their spiritual makeup at all. Sorry about that. That nice, delicious beverage. But yes, That's one of the biggest issues right now that we're dealing with. It's a lot of spiritual, demonic, unbalanced people who want to take possession of you and their jealousy. And with that, I'm going to come back to the next topic. I'm going to talk about it because I have a few more. But before that, I'm going to go into another song and then we'll go right back into what we were doing. Just give me one moment and I'll start that song up. Makes sense. Makes sense.
You gotta get up early, get up early.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
You gotta get up early, get up early.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
You gotta get up early, get up early.
Yep. And I'm back. That song right there is labeled Get Up and Go. Makes sense. That's by me, Michael L. Rose, from my trademark company that I'm still pushing, Intelligent Sounds. You can find it on all type of music platforms and other platforms. I'm going to put it out again and keep pushing the issue of my own stuff. That's what I do. Make my own music, make my own logos, make my own clothing, my own design, and intellectual invention and ideas. I just pretty much do everything I can do independently, and I go by the blessings of the Most High, what He gives me, and I use it to enhance my future, myself, and to create the things that He wants me to create in life. Okay, that said, we're gonna get out of the song realm, and we're gonna go into the next topic, and that is worship con artists. So, for that topic, I wanted to basically state to you, like I just said, we have the fake leaders. We also have the fake worship con artists, which falls in the same category as the fake leaders. They're using a worship service for you to gather and to worship, but under what name and what true religion are, who are they really worshiping? Are they worshiping themselves, gathering people, so that way they can get some type of, I would say, social media status? They can get some type of clout status. Because if they're not really doing the work of the Most High, if they don't even get along with their own family members, if they don't even respect people in their own paths of lives, who do they really have you worshiping? You know, when you gather in the name of the Most High, two or three or more, He's present. But also, when you're gathering in the name of the Most High with two or three or more with somebody who's manipulative, who's just using you to get something for some type of fame or some type of celebrity, what are you really worshiping? Are you worshiping the Most High, or are you worshiping his adversary, the devil, the dragon, Satan himself, or those who serve him? Because, like I stated to you, if your true essence is to believe in the Most High, that means you'll let things be as they be. You would not touch them. You would not bother them. You would not transgress against them. You would not trespass. You would not bear false witness. You would not interfere with their path. You would let the Most High dictate that. Because that's the strongest path of prayer and faith and worship, right? The faith is to have faith in the Most High will come through and do what's righteous in His name and show that person for who they really are. But if you have no faith truly in the Most High and you're really just jealous of a person, but you're using His name to gain power over another person, it would show itself too also. Like I was telling another person that I know, a person wants them to always be a part of these groups, but that person has no true intent of helping that person. Like I've seen over the years, that person has not helped this person, get certain things that they need, move forward when it comes to them getting a, you know, better position in life, housing. When it came to even getting the identification, driver's license, this person has not never been there at all. But when it comes to that person wanting them to come to them and pay homage to them and congregate under them and to act as if they're some type of chief master of some type of sort of knowledge, and this person has no knowledge and they have been manipulative, um, it's hard for this person to wake up. But like I said, that's not my gift to force a person to do anything. My gift is to basically have you think and to understand and then go back and look at these type of traits and see if these type of people are around you. So that way you can understand who you're dealing with, because sometimes you're around people who are there to help you, but you will see them as a barrier and will not respect them, right? Sometimes you're around people who you think really love you and really care for you, but they're nothing more but users who are trying to manipulate you and gain power over you and absorb your goodness and to just use you as a way to sacrifice. And another thing about these fake worshipers, they're good to try to sacrifice other people. See, they try to make themselves deemed to be like the gifted, the most high. See, the one thing I know about myself is I don't deem myself to be over no one. I don't deem myself to have more gifts than other people. I don't deem myself to have more insight than other people. I don't deem myself to be more powerful than other people. I deem myself to be a child of the creator of all life, like every other person is here. I'm just here to fulfill whatever things he wants me to fulfill in life. If he wants me to fulfill a peaceful life of helping people, elderly people, helping children, or even just going out every day reading the word and getting income from that, that's what he wants me to do. Make music for people to laugh and enjoy, that's what he wants me to do, right? Now, when others are telling you that they deserve an income or monies or some type of power to dictate other people's lives, what does that mean? You see what I mean? What does that mean? When a person wants to dictate who you are, tell you who you are, and tell you that you need to pay money and give them homage for something that they claim is free. Because the word was here before anything, right? The Most High's word was here. It was free. It was nothing charged for the Most High's word. I don't know where that comes from. I don't know where paying anything in a church or worshiping uh, the Most High's name has become. You have to pay some money. That's a fake worship. And who are you worshiping? Are you worshiping the person that's basically talking? Do they think that they are greater than the King of heaven and earth? Do they feel like that they have the power to dictate your life based upon them having all knowledge? Because if they had all knowledge, wouldn't they understand how to better their community? Wouldn't they understand how to stop all the violence? Wouldn't they have insight from the Most High to create a better foundation of peace for people around them? But they don't, right? So let you see, who are they really worshiping? Who are you really worshiping when you attend around these people? Who told you that this is the righteous way? Who gave you the insight? No one. But since you feel like this is the righteous way because you want to gather because other people and uh, peer pressure is a thing now, When other people are doing it, you feel like you need to go join in too, or you're being left out. And that's a sad thing when you get to a certain age of like 40s and 50s and 60s and 70s to where you don't understand that you need to stand by yourself, right? Didn't David stand by himself? He got the Most High's blessing by himself. He came to him. Don't you notice that all the prophets that the Most High chose, they all stood by themselves? There was never group gatherings. There was never somebody uh, telling them to all march together and do all these things and do. No. Even when some of the prophets came together, they were in groups of either four or five. They were small groups. They were shunned by everybody, told to leave villages. They preached the word. Nobody wanted to hear them. You see what I mean? This is how you know you're truly with the Most High. When you're being hit with friction, you're being hit with those who don't want to see you, don't want to see you doing righteous, who don't want to see the path of the Most High, who gather in groups to stop you from preaching the word. That's how you know you're with the Most High. Now, if you're with groups that are just basically coming under you and congregating under you, and you're just getting large amounts of money, as you can see from these pastors and preachers and these people that are in these big congregations and these churches, and then when you see like an event happens, like a tornado, a monsoon, a earthquake, they don't even want you at their churches. You remember the one in Texas? I'm pretty sure everybody remember that from last year. Remember when they got hit with the big floods? How he sandbagged his whole church and got security for his church. He wouldn't even let none of his congregation into his church. Then the man who fixed his piping and plumbing couldn't get paid, but then all of a sudden he had helped him out to do something, and a man was trying to get a reward, but then the man said he went through the area when he was fixing the piping and plumbing, and he found money hidden in the walls. This is how greedy some of these people are. So once again, I'm asking you, who are you worshiping when you go to these services and these groups, these chat lines, these prayer groups, these prayer lines, these things of this nature? I'm not telling you that you don't need to come together and congregate to pray because you're mightier and you have more power in the name of the Most High when you congregate together. I'm just saying be very careful of the people who are using this platform because some of them are not truly who they claim to be. They don't even have it in their heart. They're not even, like I said, respectful of their own families, kids, children. They don't even acknowledge certain people's birthdays. They don't acknowledge certain people's passing aways. They don't acknowledge other people as a group. They don't have a congregation with people that's right around them that are their own flesh and blood and come from their own same mother. So how are you going to gather with those who basically speak in a false prophet manner and want you to worship what? And they want you to give some type of money and fame and clout to them for social media or internet status. Like I said, I'm not here to downplay anybody or down talk anybody. I'm just here to make you understand, sometimes sit back and look at things for what it really is. If somebody's telling you that they're karate master and every time you go to them and you ask them for training, they can't train you, but the only thing they want you to do is watch them and gather around and watch them as they kick in the air, and you don't even know if those are real true karate master moves. You don't even know if this is all choreographed. You don't even know if the person that they're fighting is even real. You don't even know if this is a real true karate master because they have not been tested. But they want you to come and gather around and pay money and homage to them and tell you that they're a karate master. But they have no school to train people. But yet and still, you need to come to where they're at, their congregation, watch them, pay homage to them, look at them, and give them the worship of standing around them and cheering on what they're doing. But when you ask their guidance to help your child, to get a better insight, a balance in his life, they can't even train a child. You got to be very weary about a lot of stuff nowadays because we're living in a day and age of a lot of people that are manipulative and they're using different ways to attack people. Like I said, I have groups of people that I know that I'm kin to, related to. They are very manipulative. They use these churches and other things of that nature. Their children sell drugs. Their daughters and nieces sell drugs. They're involved with criminal acts, but they're not going against them. They're not, doing the most high's work. If somebody's selling drugs to your community and destroying your community and causing destruction in your community and doing these things, and it's your child, but for some reason you're not standing up against that, but you're wanting to tell on every other person and dictate what they're doing and act like you're the voice of reason, but your own damn child is a damn criminal and involved with a bunch of people who are selling drugs, what does that mean? You see what I mean? What does that tell you? That tells you that that person has never ever within their own knowledge done the true work of the Most High, the King of heaven and earth. They do not have the righteous spirit within them, because the righteous spirit within you will basically tell you that no matter what a person looks like, no matter if they're kin to you, no matter if they're your brother, your sister, if they're doing something that is unrighteous in the name of the Most High, of raping children, human trafficking children, prostitution, selling drugs, causing destruction and chaos, wouldn't you stand up against that? Wouldn't you say something against that? Wouldn't you try to, out that and put a stop to it? But no, you're not. You're just asphyxiated on trying to dictate other people's situations. And then you want them to come and worship with you. Worshiping, who am I worshiping with you? Because you don't even have the audacity in your own true knowledge to see something or even be awoke enough to even try to point out something that is lacking within your own child, within your own family, within your own life. So walk it how you talking. Like I would say once again from the other episode, like the young people say, stand on business. You claim to be of the spiritual true righteousness of the Most High, but you're lying every day to people. You claim to be of the Most High, but you can't even tell people that you really care about and tell them the truth, and you lie right to their face every day. But you feel like the Most High is going to forgive you and give you the power, and He's going to give you the blessings, and everything you're doing is righteous, and your path is going to be good. But your own community around you is impoverished, destructive, murdering each other, killing each other, stealing from each other, causing chaos within your own family, hatred, talking about each other on a phone daily basis with jealousy and intent for hatred. All these things you claim that the Most High worship gives you the spirit to fight against. You can't even fight against it for one day. You can't even stop for one day. But you want other people to believe that you follow His will. Be for real what you're saying sometimes. Don't just talk it, walk it. You see what I mean? You want to preach, but you cannot teach what you're saying within your own physical spectrum of life. Teach me, show me that you are who you claim to be. And with that said, I'm going to go into my last and final topic. I'm going to play one more song, one more slapper slumper, get you back into that. And then I'm going to let you go about your way. Yep. That is another track from another one of my albums. It's called Smake. Sorry about that. I apologize. Got tongue twisted. Space Smoke Beats. There you go. And that call. Oh, I said that call. Once again, I got tongue twisted. I apologize. I apologize. That track is called California Coasting. So once again, the name of the album is Space Smoke Beats. The track is called California Coasting. Apologize for the tongue twist. You know, I'm not perfect, so it does happen. All right. That's the end of that. And yes, my last and final topic is hateful people. People that are amongst you, around you, that gather around you, that are jealous of everything you have. Now, think about this. Some of these people, like I said, are in these so called communities who are supposed to be Christians, Catholics, whatever they are, whatever they claim to be, Protestants, Orthodox, whatever they claim to be. But as you can see, you being happy with what you have and being content, like I said in my life, I'm content with my life, meaning I don't need to have everything perfect. I've learned not to have tons of money because of what happens. It makes people very jealous of you. I have not that much money at all, but I see that there's a lot of jealousy, you know, from my art, from how I can, have happiness and peace. I don't need a lot of jury. I don't need a lot of people around me to brag and boast. I don't need people to see me in a light. I just can share what I'm good at and gather people that have the same interests. But even when I do that, there's people that are so hateful and jealous. They would try to track down the people that listen to my podcast or even play my music and get mad at them. So that's letting me see that the Most High has given me a gift of something that is very peaceful. I don't need to beat people upon the head. I don't need to pay prostitutes. I don't need to get females get halfway butt naked to have people listen to what I'm saying or to listen to my music. So it just lets you see that there's more to it in life um, than just destruction and hatefulness. And that's what I'm learning in my life. That there's a lot of people out there that have bad intentions, and their intentions start with a lot of jealousy and hatefulness. They don't know how to be happy with their own life and be content and be peaceful with what the Most High has given them. They don't even see that the stuff that they have is something good. They can have a BMW, they can have a very nice girlfriend, they can have a child, and still be hateful, be jealous of other people. That trips me out. That you can have all this and be given all these things by the Most High and still have hatred in your heart and still want to be greedy and angry and have more. So that lets me see that it is more going on in society than meets the eyes. Sometimes people like that, they channel their anger within themselves and try to use it in a way to destroy others with their psychotic, manipulative mindsets, and their hatefulness and their manipulative mindsets are what we call a person that is pretty much self-centered. They are egomaniacs. When other people get something that's small, they want to take it or they want something better just to say that they got it better. They're never happy. They're never satisfied with their life. They're never happy that other people are happy. Everything needs to gather around them, and it's just a joke. You know, we're sitting here looking at things from a different perspective now, and we're starting to see that this world is waking up, and we're starting to see that, like I said from the first two topics, fake spiritual leaders, uh, worship con artists, and hateful people are within them same realms. They deal in the same realms. You can go to a church with a person who's with you and around you, and they can have jealousy and hatred of you. At the church, in a place where the Most High's Spirit moves, But yet and still, they'll come to the church acting and faking out that they're there for a purpose to praise and worship the Most High. But the whole time they're there, they don't even have any type of spiritual essence within them. They don't even care about the Most High. They're there for a show to be seen. And then now we're seeing social media being brought into the church. The word of the Most High, yes, it needs to go to other people, but like I said, who are you worshiping when you're looking at these things? Are you worshiping the pastor themselves? Are they doing it for fame, glitz and gold? Are they doing it because they want people to gather around them and they be seen as somebody that is placed on a pedestal and they lose this and it goes to their head? Or what are we really truly doing around these certain people? And then when you tend to get the attention, these people tend to start hating you. They'll even speak about you within the church. They'll tell you about changing your clothes, or some people in here need to not stand in front of these things. They bring stuff that's into a spiritual realm of peace that is demonic. Their conversations would tell you. Their actions would tell you. You know, I tend to not want to congregate or go around people who have hatred towards me. If a person doesn't see me as a human being, they have always disrespected me, never liked me. The Most High tells me don't eat their food, don't congregate around them, don't associate with them, still love them, pray, but don't get around them because their intentions are demonic. Whatever blessings are ever, whatever gifts He's going to give me, don't waste it on somebody that does not have any true peace in their heart and has nothing but hatefulness, because what you'll do is you'll block your blessings from going one way when you're supposed to be with the Most High, following His rules of prayer, fasting, and then you're moving another way with somebody who doesn't even follow none of these rules, but they're putting a fake imagery on, like they're basically with Him. So it's letting you see that they're not really truly who they are. So now you have put yourself in a position to where now the things that you were supposed to get, you're not going to get because you decided to go with a group that has nothing to do with the Most High's will. And they're really truly hateful of you, and they just wanted to take you out of that realm of peace and that blessing that you are supposed to get, and now drag you into a realm of destruction with them, where they're at, where they dwell at, with their hatefulness of talking about people, belittling people, downplaying people, doing all the things, once again, that are against the will of the King of heaven and earth, the Messiah's will. Everything the Messiah's will is peace, love, and happiness, right? So how can you bring peace, love, and happiness around a person who has hatred for everybody else and talks down about everybody else and has an issue with anybody and thinks that they're better than everybody, just based upon a little green piece of paper? Any day or tomorrow, the Most High can take away all these funds, and the value of money won't mean anything. You won't even be able to pay your bills. They come and seize your house. Now, the same people that you talk down about, you'll be right along with them with nothing. And since you didn't work out and stay in shape, and since you didn't have the means of thinking you need to, now you have to work and you can't even walk. You will need these same people's help. You will need these same people's backbones to push you and pick you up. You see what I mean? Like, things can work in different ways. You do not know what can happen. And the Most High works in mysterious ways. We do not know and cannot dictate. That's why we do not know the hour, the minute, the second, or the time the Most High will come. But hateful people tend to act as if they have issues with every single thing that they cannot control. And that's why you see these same people will try to tell you and dictate that the Most High is coming, what day is coming, get prepared. Yes, we need to be prepared, but you have no clue. You know what I mean? Don't tell a person it's coming on this day at that time and this month, and it never happens. That's just you being hateful, despiteful, and you just basically want an attention that you don't even respect the word. You hate the word so much to where what you want to dictate it and tell it the way you need to see it, because your hatred of something that has already been there and you don't respect it. You want it to be done in a certain way because you want it to be done in that way, because that's how way you feel it needs to be done. And you are a blindsided person that don't even think outside of the box. And that's how you move. And that's your true essence of a person. You just want to control things with your jealousy and hate, because hateful, jealous people are people who basically have that type of trait in them. They don't know how to just be happy with themselves. They cannot find peace within themselves. That's why I say they're always into drama. They're always into fighting. They cannot be comfortable in anything. They find a problem with everything else that's going on around them. These are the same type of people who won't clean their underwear, but will sit here and yell at you about everything about what's going on with you. These are the same type of people who don't brush their teeth, but will try to tell you how to dress. These are the same type of people who will tell you how to live your life, but don't have a dollar in their bank account. These are the same type of people who will tell you that they know the Most High better than you, but barely can hit a push up. What I'm saying to you in a nutshell, these are people who try to dictate things. And if they cannot dictate it in their way, you'll see the display of hatred, anger, and jealousy come out of them, because they don't like anything that they cannot control. If they don't control it, they don't like it. If they can't dictate it, they don't like it. You see what I mean? I learned to be around people that I can't not dictate. But like I said, if it's my choice, I don't go around people that disrespect me and don't have any type of care and acknowledgement of me. There's two different things. When you go to work with people, I work with people that don't like me, my race, my color. They don't like my, you know, masculine energy. They don't like my presence of dominance. I can learn to deal with that. Now, when I have to go with somebody that I don't have to be forced to be around, if they're a drug dealer, a person that is a child rapist, a person that is a demonic worshiper, I don't want to go around them. That's my choice. That's two different things. A job is a place you have to go around people that you do not get along and that you have to congregate and work with and find a mutual ground to pretty much have a mutual respect. But places where you're not supposed to be and the Most High has given you insight that you're not supposed to be around certain people, that's what you do. You don't go around them because it's not of His will. Certain things are, it's just what it is. You know, for areas full of shooting and gang violence and drugs and killing, and people have went over there multiple times to do righteousness, and every time they go around there and it's something happening, and you've been told don't go around there because there's nothing but chaos and drama, and you decide to go around there and you get shot, you've been warned. The Most High has given you every hint. The person that came to you and told you there was drama, that you hearing about it is told it was drama, and people being shot is another hint. So why would you go over there? I understand the Most High walked in places that was, you know, impoverished and around all of His people, but sometimes you have to have the spirit of discernment to know where is the Most High sending you and what are you supposed to do. Don't go around hateful, jealous people, because their intent is just to basically bring you to a lower level and destroy you. And if their whole mindset is destruction, there's no reason for you to be around them. And these people sometimes, like I say, they're in your church, they're in these groups, they're even in your own family. Like I just did it to you about mines. Like I said, I had people in my group, my family that sell drugs, that try to play like they're against, you know, these type of bad acts of life and that they're holy and all this. They don't even believe in the Most High. You know what I mean? When I hear them even talk, I can even see it in my mind and spirit that they don't even worship the Most High. They don't even have that true essence within the Most High. They're just basically doing it for a joke. I have people in my family that have stolen my identity. They have stolen my social security number, but yet and still they'll try to tell you about the church. They haven't even compensated me, gave me any money back. I have a family member that done that to me like probably several times. They even tried to, they put stuff into my food before, trying to make me sick. There's a lot of hateful people out there that have jealousy. And it's really hard for you to sometimes understand that it really exists. And some people, it's very strong in them. I've seen people that are jealous of children You know what I mean? They would try to get the children sick in order to keep power over the child. So it's a lot of stuff going on in the mindset of, you know, society that we have to live with and deal with. And what we sometimes deal with in true reality is there's a lot of just people that don't have the mindset of peace and happiness within them. They have a mindset of destruction. And hatefulness and jealousy is truly what it is. And sometimes you have to really understand it and not be afraid that it exists. You know, because we're coming in a time to where society is moving in a different manner. Um, the axis amongst the plates that we move, well, we don't move, but the spiritual energy within us, within the planet, it moves every certain amount of time, centuries within this planet because of the we move through our hatred, our energy, our peace, our happiness. Certain things happen. I believe in my belief that everything is energy. You know, magnetic energy, spiritual energy. To me, all these type of energies pretty much move to me in the same manner. Um, it's the same thing. Just like when you go around people and you say, "Oh, I don't like that person's. I don't like the way that they energy is. I don't like the way that they. I get a bad vibe around them or a bad feeling around them." That to me right there is energy. You can feel a person that has hateful, demonic energy, hatefulness in them. They're a hateful person. They're hateful people. You can feel when they're bad people. You can feel when, like I feel something bad about to happen, or I feel something that's not good around here. Or, you know what? I don't have a good feeling about this. That's the magnetic spiritual energy that you're feeling. That's the same energy of the earth. That's the same reason why I think the tectonic plates move because of what goes on here, the sacrificing of children, raping, demonic energy, people being jealous of children, trying to destroy children, trying to get things by manipulating people through these false prophets, these false worshipers, um, these false healers, these fake churches, these fake leaders. All these things to me have a spiritual energy that can make things move in a negative or positive way. And that's where we are at this point in time. And we need to really see it for what it is. You know, some people won't see it. Some people will be in their damn 70s and 80s. It'll take them that long to actually wake up and see that the people that they're actually helping are evil, and the person who's trying to help them that they try to destroy was actually the good person. And that's why I think some people may live to a certain age and suffer because they never listen to the Most High's word and never listen to what the Most High tells them. They do what they want to do based upon their own feelings. And sometimes our feelings are not truly what we're supposed to go by. We're supposed to go by what is righteous in our lives. And like I said, this concludes my whole conversation discussion. This is the Rose Room discussion. This is episode 17. And once again, this is about fake spiritual leaders, fake worship con artists, and hateful people who all dwell in the same groups. So be very aware because, like I said, they can be in your own family, they can be your own friends, they can be people that you work with, and they can be people around you. But you will get the insight and the information based upon the energy, the spiritual energy, and the energy and the knowledge of discernment. It will come to you. And when you do get that energy, just be prepared to always know that there's somebody's always trying to out to stop you from doing righteousness. And you will see it. The Most High will deliver you from it, or either He'll let you see it for what it is. Thank you. I appreciate you for listening. This is another Rose Room discussion. I'm not going to leave you with a track tonight. I'm just going to leave you with my conversation. Have a peaceful, joyous day. Enjoy your Sabbath. If you are fasting, that is good for you. And if you are not, still okay. We always have time to meet the Most High. That's why He gave us all these numbers of days to live, to grow, develop, and understand our path and what we need to do. Thank you. I appreciate you. And you have a peaceful and great and joyous time.